Twitchbaits and jerkbaits are getting to be a really popular option for a lot of inshore anglers when it comes to catching their redfish, their trout, and their snook. In this video, I want to talk about when to use a floater diver style jerkbait like our skinny lipper or a slowly sinking style twitchbait like our Flea Flicker. Now, the types of retrieves that use them are actually pretty similar, but there's going to be specific times that you're going to use these. Let's talk about that. Now, the first style I want to talk about is the floater diver, which is like our skinny lipper. And when you're going to want to use these is whenever you're on a warming trend, the water's a little bit warmer, or the fish are feeding up on the surface. If you see them feed up on the surface, or they're feeding aggressively, the skinny lipper, the floater diver style jerkbait is definitely going to be the way to go. These fish are looking up, they're feeding higher in the water column, and this one, when it's at rest, is going to float to the surface. And whenever you work it, it's not going to go very far down. Now let's talk about the slowly sinking style, like our Flea Flicker. Now you're going to use these typically whenever you get a drop in that water temperature and these fish go towards the bottom. So you need to fish towards the bottom. Or on a day like this where you got a bluebird sky and you got high pressure, low wind, you're going to want to fish closer to the bottom because that's where these fish are going to be at. So having something that's going to be a slowly sinking lure that's going to get down to that bottom that you can work really slowly is going to be a better bet, because a lure that floats towards the top of the water column is going to get out of the strike zone, and the fish really aren't going to want to go up there and feed on the surface. That's why you need something that's going to stay right down in that strike zone and be in their face for a lot longer. So on a warming trend, you're going to want a floater diver because these fish are going to be feeding up towards the surface. And on a cooling trend, whenever that water temperature is dropping, then you'll want to go with the slowly sinking lure like the Flea Flicker, because each one is going to stay in the strike zone longer in each of those situations. Now, if you're unfamiliar with how to work these lures, how to retrieve these lures, we have videos on each one of them at saltstrong.com, so make sure and check it out. And if you want to try these, if you're a little skeptical on using hard lures, trust me, these things work great. It's kind of one of those things that adopted from the bass world, but it really does work well with inshore fishing. And we do have these available at fishstrong.com. This one is the Flea Flicker, that's the slowly sinking one, and this one is the skinny lipper, that's the one that's the floater diver. I definitely recommend that you pick both of them up so you can be covered in whatever situation you're facing. And remember, our members do get huge discounts off a tackle at Fishstrong. So I hope this video might answer some questions for you on when to use each style. And if you have any more questions, go ahead and put those down below, and I'll try to get to them as soon as I can. As always, really do appreciate you watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a great one. Bye.